Bitcoin had quite a morning, reaching almost $98,000 as I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart right now, 96,400. There's currently some tensions globally. Is this going to affect Bitcoin? Are we going to see a massive drop in Bitcoin and fill that CME gap down under $90,000? Or is this going to be a small blip in the radar on our way to 100K? What is Polymarket saying? What is Rob saying? Rob, bless you. It's not Polymarket, it's Robbie Market. I like that. That's good. Gina, roll the intro.
Hola! It's your boy Big Rob. I'm back. We're back. Welcome to Sin City Crypto, home of we do it better than the other channels.
Why can't I say bless you?
Who you blessing?
You.
Oh.
Bless you.
Thank you. No, talked about this upcoming price move on Bitcoin for quite some time. I think we started this conversation on the last week of the year, right? If you look at where Bitcoin was back in December, right? December, we were down here under 90,000. And we talked about what to expect when Bitcoin comes into the new year, right? What is 2026 going to look like for crypto? And I think ad nauseum we discussed the fact that we're going to see a rally post New Year's Day. We gave you plenty of analytics on it, a lot of discussion. Literally.
Discussion, huh?
Discussion. Literally. This chart here starts on the 1st. January 1st, 87,000. January 2nd, 90,000. And then, well, January 5th, 94,000. And here we are, testing 98, getting closer to that 100K. We've been talking about it the last couple weeks. We've also been telling you that altcoins will follow. I will say this. What we've seen out of altcoins is just a taste of what's to come. If you remember what happened last year, right? Let's take a look at the daily candles here, right? So last year when we got the January rally, right? Last year we went. Last year, oh, you know what? I'll take that back. Last year we didn't rally on January. It was all the other Januaries.
24 was it? January?
Yeah, it was all the Januaries except last year. So January 2024, we rallied from 42,000, went up to 71, and then 2023 we went from 17,000, and then here you can take a look from. Literally 17,000, 16,000, 17,000, and quite abruptly, even 3 weeks in, we were up to 24,000. So, 40% moves in a month, and then ultimately we ended up 2xing, and that was only 3 months later. I think we're gonna see more of that. Last year was little disappointing. You can see that January last year we sold off. We sold down, and then we rallied. However, what I wanted to talk about was what we saw last year in January. So you can always take a look at any of the major alts, and you can see how they performed back in January. Take a look on the 1 year. We had Cardano here over $1 at $1.15. This was January last year, right? Even though we saw a sell-off in Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin was underperforming in January last year, altcoins are running. And so now if you take the same premise and now Bitcoin is performing well and consolidating, I think what you're going to see out of the altcoin market is going to be the altcoin season that we were expecting that didn't come. I think comes now. However, be careful when you think of altcoin season. I don't know how you feel, David, but I'm in the camp that if we get an altcoin season, it's going to be a handful of altcoins and then smaller new coins that kind of come into the fray versus a tide that raises all alts.
I agree.
So
there's just not enough new money coming in to raise all boats, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So a lot of it will be money that's already floating around.
And you know what? To some degree, this is what we saw back in 2021. We saw the fade of some legacy projects like Dash, like Zcash. Now they've had their turn now. And there was, if you look back, you know what? Let's take a look down memory lane. Where's the historic flashback look? Do you know? You know where that one's at?
Oh, snapshot?
Yes.
Let me find it for you.
I forget where it's
I
at.
know where it is, but I have to.
I haven't pulled it up in a while, so I don't know where it is on the. Anyways, what we're gonna take a look at is we're going to look over.
All right, right here.
You got it. Cool. Look up 20. Look up like November 2017, somewhere in there, something like that.
November 2017. What, like the first week?
Sure.
Okay. There you go.
What do we got?
Bitcoin, $7,400. ETH, $296. Bitcoin Cash was number 3 at $630.
But like how many coins there are more or less forgotten about and irrelevant, right? Going down the list, outside to say the top 15, right? Is there a lot of recognizable projects in there? I mean,
no idea what that is. No idea what that is. No idea what that is. That Augur.
Oh, Augur was a sports betting one.
It was, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that thing's dead.
So yeah, I mean, Tron was number 40. Basic Attention Token was number 4. Doge was 45.
But ultimately, you could say that from 2017 to 2021, roughly half of the dominant projects just kind of faded, right?
Yeah.
I would say it's probably more than half, but whatever. You're going to get a similar, and that was with the greatest rally of any financial market ever, right? You could argue that Bitcoin going from $3,000 on the COVID crash, ultimately getting to $60,000, getting institutional interest, and the amount of money that poured into altcoins, the amount of money that poured into NFTs and into the entire market, I think it was arguably the largest explosion ever. And so if you had the largest explosion in a financial investment sector in the history of modern finance, I believe that's what it was. But anyways, if it's one of the biggest events, and for sure the biggest event for financing in crypto's history, if we lost half of the products, if half the altcoins didn't make it, what do you think is going to happen between 2021 and now? Because we don't got the money that 2021 came in with. There isn't that massive surge of just dumb money, just pouring money everywhere. Venture capital was just as reckless as retail was. You know, venture capital was just locking up money in Terra Luna. They're like, hey, man, this thing is stablecoin. It's algorithm. It's just paying me. It's safe. Like, people were acting stupid. Anyways, lots of money poured in. So altcoin season, it's going to pop off. However, I'd say 70, 80% of what was popular back in 2021 will not rally this time around. However, you will see that typical bull market, that typical altcoin rally. We got a smell of it with XRP last year. We saw a glimmer of hope in the privacy sector. That we're seeing was in the privacy sector. What we're seeing in the privacy sector is going to happen again, but in other sectors, right? Next up will be maybe RWAs. Perhaps it's gaming. Got a little flash in the pan for gun token. Off the grid, rallying. If you look at the top gainers here for the top 500, something just crept back in to the top 500 here, Guns token. So it's the token for Off the Grid. It's by Gunzilla. The yearly chart, you can see came out at 10 cents. Now it's at 3 cents. But very strong rally here recently. Tried to see if there's anything new going on in the game. Nothing I saw. Didn't see a lot of streamers playing it. But perhaps gaming's the next narrative, right? I don't know. But what I will say is that whatever the next sector that runs, it will be just as strong as privacy, in my opinion. And so maybe it's RWA, maybe it's stablecoin, maybe it's AI, maybe it's gaming, maybe it's one after another, maybe it's some new sector we didn't even really account for.
I don't think it'll do is gaming, but I could be wrong. I do want to give a big thank you. Today's show is brought to you by Stake.us. Thank you very much. Great job on the queue there, Gino. Guys, if you want to support the channel, you want to have some fun, win some games, some free stake cash, use the link in the description. Sign up for an account. Stake, thank you for sponsoring today's show. Now, I have, obviously we're not going to show it, but I have the historical snapshot, November 7th, 2021. That was like the tippy top of the altcoin markets. You said 80% of what was popular in 21 will not be popular. So I just want to go down the list. Just a quick yes or no, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I think Ethereum, Binance, Solana.
Okay, let's say this. If Bitcoin's at 200,000, will new all-time highs come in for the token?
Got it.
Okay, so new all-time highs and Bitcoin's at 200,000.
Okay, will ETH,
Yes.
BNB,
Yes.
Solana,
Yes.
Cardano.
No.
I agree. XRP.
Yes.
Me too. Polkadot.
No.
100% agree. Doge. This is an interesting one. 70 cents, Rob.
No.
Really? Okay. I'm 50-50. SHIB.
No.
Terra Luna obviously is gone. It's ranked number 12 in 2021 November. Avalanche.
Yes.
Really? Really? 140 bucks? I know I said really 3 times, but
New all-time high?
yeah, 140 bucks if Bitcoin's at 200K. Remember, Rob, Bitcoin got to 126 and Avalanche crossed.
You know,
30.
it was beside me that 140 bucks was the top.
Yeah.
I was thinking it wasn't that high. I thought it was like 80 bucks.
We're talking about price because if you look at market.
Yeah,
cap,
no, I know. Then no, I don't think it gets to 140 bucks.
Okay, and I'll just round out the top 20 here. There's 5 more. Uniswap.
No.
Okay. Chainlink. 50 bucks was the top. 55 bucks was the top.
Yes.
I agree. Litecoin.
No.
I disagree. I think Litecoin will. Polygon. Polygon's an interesting one. They just acquired.
Absolutely.
They just acquired 2 big companies.
I don't give a damn.
Okay.
Gonna throw another 5 in there.
Okay. Last one. Algorand.
No.
Okay. Curious if the people watching played around. I do want to, someone commented earlier, I forget who it was, it said, Rob, will you be rooting for Portugal in the World Cup this year?
I root for Portugal every cup, Euro Cup, World Cup. Yeah.
Is Ronaldo playing? Is this his last one?
He is playing. I don't know. You know what?
He's just. They only use him towards the end of the game.
Yeah, that's they'll probably have him in. Because they got a pretty easy group play. Well, there's two of the. They got an easy group play. So I don't want to say the
watching
easiest.
The draw live in
Yeah.
Aspen.
So I think some of the easier opponents he'll probably play the whole game, and then when it gets to outside of group play, they'll probably keep him on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Although he did score the winning goal in the Euro Cup, though.
He did.
Yeah. So old he may be, but he's still handsome. Runs in them Portuguese DNA genes, though.
You're so stupid, dude. All right. Brendan, we missed you, man. Welcome back. How are you? We're great. Hey, Brendan, before I get you on a trade setup, Dash has been, I mean, take a look at this. Up 53%, another 50%. Look at the week. It's doubled in a week. Up 50% today, up 50% yesterday. Brendan, what are some key levels that people should watch out for when it comes to Dash in terms of, hey, I'm getting FOMO, I want to jump on the train, but I want to wait for a pit stop. What are some key levels you're eyeing on Dash?
We have this area down here, but I don't think that we're going to return to that area just off of the run that we've been seeing from Dash. So I'm looking to get in somewhere at the midpoint of this area right here around 82.72 and then ride it up to one of these resistance. This is its highest point right here, so this is its top resistance level. But I would say I would try and take it to around this level right here. We saw a lot of choppiness, a lot of play at this area at around, I mean, the bottom of it is 103.35, but that's really far away. So I would probably target this here at 97.25.
Real quick, will you just summarize that one more time real quick for us? I think the audio wasn't going into the stream. So if you just want to just run through that one just real quick on those targets.
Oh yeah.
Dash, and then I know you're looking for entry point on a long. Do you want to throw those out there one more time?
Yeah, I can try again. Yeah, so right here on the midpoint of this is where I'd be looking to get in at like around I can't really see 82.90 is where I'd be trying to get in, and then I would want to target this area right here of resistance, probably the midpoint or even the bottom of it, just because if we were to target this up here, it's pretty far away, 122.38. And that's where we kind of chopped at, or like around 120 area. So I would want to look to target around 95, 90.
Yeah, I think, I traded the crap out of Dash. I traded that one for the during that whole Zcash run. I was in between Dash and Zcash, between those two charts, and I think it's gonna have a hard time getting over $100. I would even be a little hesitant at 85. I know historically, we saw it. You look here. I know you just had it pulled up, but yeah. I think it might hang out here at 85 briefly, and then probably pull back. Yeah, I can't write it off though. I think what we're seeing now, the fact that you have Dash running, Monero is absolutely crushing it. Taking a look at Monero, this thing is just not slowing down. Currently at 772. Here internally, we said our internal play was gonna be rotating out of Zcash and into Monero at $500 when it broke 500. Currently up 50% since that tweet or that move, we've been talking about it all week. This thing's not going to slow down. We talked about somebody having a long position at 550 in the community, thought it was absolute money in the bank, and I don't think this is going to slow down until you get to about $900.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said that 2 days ago. I still think that's where
790.
Yeah.
Shit. Sorry, I was looking at Bitcoin's price action.
Yeah, it's up 5% in the hour. Damn. No, last 1 hour it's up 5%.
That's
it's going to either smack 800 and come back down to like 740, or it's going to blow right through 800
and go to 1,000. If
it blows through 800, you're going to see 880, 885. I think is what you'll likely see out of Monero. You can't write off Dash. I don't give a fuck how overextended it is. I will say 85 historically, 85 to 95. A lot of volume there on Dash. I could see a pullback to 75 or 68 or something like that, and then I think it's going to do what it did with Zcash, right? When Zcash was running, Dash got over $100, and I think the same is going to happen. I just think you're likely to get a pullback, but I don't know, dude. Look at this Monero, man.
Yeah, that's
Monero on the 1 hour,
Those hourly
just
ones, yeah.
just absolutely disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting. So,
I mean,
okay.
we were at 450 back on the 9th.
My numbers tell me that was 5 days ago. Yeah.
And then when was the what was our call here? Oh boy. Let's see here. Where she be? Oh, this is not our feed.
Yeah, you go to our profile, bro.
Profile. Oh,
Wait,
hey,
live
that's
show.
us,
Live
man.
show. Hey.
Yeah, what's happening?
Yo, you're on the right page. Where are you going?
Was there?
Yeah.
Post. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this was the right page. Oh,
You're just being a boomer.
Oh, I reposted this. Oh, we're invading Greenland, specially trained in cold weather activities. Also, America.
A shit show.
still good.
Hey, at least there's one guy.
You know who posted this one. Anyways,
100% no.
yeah,
Right there. Right there. January 11th.
In January 11th.
3 days ago.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Below that.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. The current. I don't know what my vision is not good today, man.
Yeah, geez, bro.
Oh, thanks, man.
They might blind you. They might help you see better.
Let me see what this looks like. Oh, Jesus Christ!
I can't see.
I've teleported.
You look good with glasses, man. It hides all your.
Jesus Christ.
It hides all your grammar inefficiencies. You know. Your grammar efficiencies. Your grammar inefficiencies.
Yeah, you can. You don't need to pinch to zoom in on the charts, huh?
Seeing in 4K, baby. Ultra high definition.
January 11th, you had a breakout Zcash or Monero. It crossed $500. We were signaling. I still think it's a good play. Could you buy Monero right now? Watch it pull back to $590, $600. Sure. I don't really know what the best entry and exit points are. This is going to $900. Will it go straight there? I don't think so. I think it's gonna bounce around a little bit. That said, I absolutely love it.
We're gonna
Jesus, man, look at that.
We'll get back into privacy here in a second, but I'm gonna bring Brennan in here real quick. Brennan, I'm itching to get into a Bitcoin short trade, and let me kind of show you what I'm seeing, and I'd love to get your take on what you're seeing on your chart. I'm on the 5-minute for Bitcoin here. Obviously, this trend reversed when we put in this lower high, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and now we have some confluence. Our high was right at our VWAP upper band at 86,983.
Yeah, I think this thing's going to 97. Or
you think it's going
I think it's going to pull back to 95. I don't know if it'll.
Okay.
Yeah, 95.
Yeah. So
hit support and then bounce.
For me, my thesis and validation happens. Let's just call it 97K. So I am itching to just enter this. I got it teed up here to enter into the short, and then kind of set my stop above this wick here, above 97,070. But what are you seeing on the chart, man? Are you seeing a short opportunity, or what's your kind of take?
So right now on my shorter time frame, I'm kind of in a long bias right now, just like Rob was just saying. But from what I'm seeing right now is this area right here is a resistance level that we've been at for I mean, this was a yesterday's or support level right here. But I think that if you're gonna trade the short, you should just ride it down to this point around 95K, 94.80, 94. Yeah, anywhere from 95 to 94. The bottom of this range that I have marked out is 94,487.0. And so if you were gonna trade the short, I would try and trade it down to this point, and then if it gets here, I'd get out or set your take profit down here, whatever, and then see what it does after that. If it pushes through this area right here, then I could for sure see it go down to another area of support, probably around here, at 93.06 or 096.6, and then if it pushes through that, even lower. But that's what I would do if I was trading on on up here on the, this is the 30-minute time frame.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna see Bitcoin go down to that 95 and then reverse from there.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying that if you are trying to take profits down on that short, then you should just wait till it gets down to this area right here and then see what it does. If it starts a reversal, anything, then you can take it up, and then if it doesn't and it goes straight through that area of resistance, then you're perfectly fine.
Beautiful.
Or support, I mean, my bad.
Speaking of traders, we're gonna bring on Ernest here in a little bit. Now, you guys, a lot of you know Ernest as the tax pro, but some of you didn't know Ernest also does a lot of trading. So I'm curious which way his bias is. We'll get his take here in a couple minutes. In case you guys missed the beautiful sound, that was a sound of hopefully a winning trade. Well, I did get into a Bitcoin short at 96,705. I saw the high was not breached here. We closed the red candle and we begun. And now this could very well reverse, guys. My invalidation is at 96,884, just above the wick high of this last kind of high we had here. I'm expecting a lower low down here in the low 96. But I'm kind of with Rob and Brendan here. I do think we get down to that 95.3. You can see there's some support here. I'm just kind of looking at a basic chart here from Bitunix. There is, we had 2 wicks down here, and then Bitcoin had its big rally from 95,380. That first leg ran it up to 96.7. So a fairly big run up. So that is where I have my TP. Now I am very nimble in my trading. I kind of pay attention to what's happening. Are trends changing on the lower time frames? If they are, I'll move my TP and my stop loss targets. But yeah, right now I am in a short. Now, Rob, a lot of people are talking about the CME gap being filled at like, I think 88,000 or something like that. You foresee that happening, Rob?
I
guess I can kind of pull up the CME and show you where the gap is. No, that's Bitstamp. This is Bitcoin CME. Let's go to the daily. And this gap right here, my friend, if you take a look, Rob, let me go ahead and draw this out real quick. This gap right here has not been filled yet. And that is 90.2K down to 8. So for the gap to be filled, 88.68K.
I know you pretty much land in the camp that these will always come back and fill gaps.
Gaps usually do fill, but
yeah,
it's not,
I think the exception here, it is a new year, and so I think that kind of goes out of the window. If we were in December, then yeah, I can entertain that argument, but being January, new year, new investment strategy for a lot of companies and also investors. And so I think the current direction is back to 100K. If we get a pullback, I don't see us dropping under 90. I just don't. Also, you know what? Magic was on the show yesterday.
Yeah.
What do you say? Once we get over 97,
he said
it'll validate, or 96, like 8 or something like that.
I was going to pull up the clip. He said 96 to 98K he expects a Bitcoin reversal, which, I mean, so far he's been on the point. He's been on the nose. Got up to 97.7. So looks like I might get stopped out on this trade. Anyways, all right. We got Ernest joining us. Ernest, welcome back to the channel, man. It's been a while. How you doing?
Hey, man. I'm good.
We're excited to have you, Ernest. I am not excited because it looks like I'm going to stop out of my trade. But you're a trader. You've said it yourself. Where are you leaning in your kind of intraday trading? Are you leaning more on the bull side or the bear side here on Bitcoin price action?
I'm back on the bull side temporarily but cautiously.
Okay. Temporarily but cautiously. I like it. Okay. Ernest, there's been a lot of tax changes. I know we have the whole tax on no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. For the people watching, what are some things they can expect for this year's tax season? Trump has come out and said it'll be the largest tax refund Americans have gotten like ever. Any tips or tricks or anything you want to share with people as far as this tax season?
I haven't prepared a tax return for this season yet. But
Okay.
They open up in a few days, and we start preparing client returns. I see that the refunds are going to be there. There's overpayment. But at the same time, in previous years, I've eaten those words, so I'm cautious.
Fair enough. What's any advice you can give people watching what they can do to make sure they maximize, writing off their losses and kind of not, paying as much to the tax man as possible if they did make some good gains in crypto?
Yeah. Hire a good tax preparer that understands crypto, whether it's us or someone else.
I think I know someone.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. He's actually, he's on the show right now.
Yeah. But at the same time, if you have a tax preparer who's preparing and he doesn't understand what's going on, he can always schedule a call with one of us, and we can help you through that at no charge.
Oh, wow.
We get a lot of clients that way.
Interesting.
So it works out well.
You did our taxes. You did my personal taxes last year, and it was very simple because all you asked from me was my wallet addresses, my public wallet address, and then I didn't have to do anything else. I didn't have to go in and manually try to figure out what my cost basis was. Because, with Coinbase and Kraken, you're on and off ramps. What they do is they give you a sheet, and if they don't know where that money came from, or if you didn't buy the coin from their platform, they don't know what the cost basis is. Now you got to try to figure out where you got it from, where it originated, how much was it at that price, what did you pay for a transaction fee, what was the gas fee, yada, yada. And so it becomes this arduous, tenuous process. And so I think one of the things, and speaking from experience, that was easy for me at least, and for obviously the company, was just handing over those public addresses and kind of letting you do your thing there. Yeah,
and that's where we bring the value that you don't see other places. I mean, certainly the Coinbase, if you have funded fiat into Coinbase and you've bought everything on Coinbase and you never transferred off of Coinbase, then those reports that you get from Coinbase are going to be pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, maybe not.
Let's face it, Ernest, no one really does that. And then just Ernest, anything people should be aware of that they might not be aware of? Like, I'll give you an example. You had told me that, this was, I think, 2 years ago. I had jokingly said I spent in one ETH when ETH was $4,500 on a gas fee. And you said you can write that off. I didn't know that. Anything else you want to share with people that could really help them maximize their taxes this year?
Yeah. So just remember stuff like that. All your ordinary and necessary business expenses related to your trading, those should be deductible. If you have a tax preparer that's saying no, give us a call.
I'm assuming a trading view account as an example, indicator subscriptions. Those are all, you write those off?
Right.
Cool. Yeah, that's
YouTube
what I'm saying.
channels.
Like stuff I didn't.
What about if I was on a bender and I was trading all night, and then I got Chipotle at 12:30 a.m. Uber to the house just so I can.
You're an idiot.
Possibly, it depends.
Possibly, okay.
The famous words.
Didn't eat Chipotle,
the famous words that lawyers say. It depends.
Had 3 Bang energy drinks. I went through 2 mouses. They both broke on me.
It's mice, not mouses.
Mouses.
Guys, I do have the link. If you, for Ernest, are you still doing free consultations? Yes,
we are.
Perfect. I'd recommend just picking up the phone, go to the website. I got the link pinned to the top of the comment section in the chat. Book a call with Ernest, and if you have questions, ask him questions. If you like the guy, which I'm sure you will, I've met him. We've hung out a few times, played poker together. He's much better than I am. Definitely much more patient than I am. But book a call, ask as many questions as you want. Ernest, in my opinion, is kind of the standard in our industry in terms of people, taxes, and understanding crypto. And so, Ernest, we appreciate you coming on. And please, do me a favor, if you start filing returns and you see some things, or there's a benefit that people don't know about, let me know. I'd love to bring you back on the show, and we can make sure that our people watching are fully prepared to maximize.
Anytime.
Awesome. Thank you, dude. And we'll see you next time, brother.
See you next time.
Take
Bye.
care. All right. Okay, I wanted to talk about, so Rob, we were talking about privacy. Monero's up Zcash is up 13% on the hour. Dash is up 55%. What are some shitters, right? Some small cap plays. So I got two for you guys, okay? The first one is Dusk. Now, no, these are inherently more risky than your Dash, than your Zcash, than your Monero. But with higher risk comes higher reward. So Dusk was an interesting one. This is a Ethereum play. This is ranked number 588 on the coin market cap list. Volume is down 44%, market cap at 32 million. And I went to their website, regulated and decentralized finance. So they're kind of here's their mission statement. Our mission is to unlock economic inclusion by bringing institution level assets to anyone's wallet. Dusk has the only privacy first technology to bring classic finance and real world assets on chain. You can go in here, you can see the different use cases they have. Also, the one thing I will say, the one. And then, Rob, I'd love your opinion. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating this in my mind, but the one thing that I look at, I'm like, that gives me pause, is the size of their team. And, Rob, we know a lot of these projects, the teams are paid in their tokens. And so if you got a team this massive, does that mean there's going to be endless sell pressure? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I always like to kind of factor in things that a lot of people don't think about. But either way, small market cap, worth a shot. If privacy continues to run, I think this one's got a chance. The other one is ARPA. This one's unique. It's on ETH, but it's backed by Coinbase. It's not only backed by Coinbase, it's backed by Binance, DWF Labs, and Imoca. And so, I mean, we're talking about some big names in our industry. And this one is even smaller, number 761. This thing was available on Coinbase almost immediately. And I was like, what the hell? And then I figured out, okay, they're backed by Coinbase. Look at their markets. I mean, they got Binance, Coinbase. They got crypto.com. I think they also have Kraken. They do have Kraken. So all major U.S. exchanges, the liquidity is there. The volume is there. The backing is there. And so at 1.3 cents, 20 million market cap, could this thing 2 to 3x? I think it potentially can if privacy continues to run and money starts trickling down the chain. Any thoughts on those picks there, Rob? Or anything you have?
I haven't really looked that deep into the ones that you pulled up. I know Dusk tends to be more of a known name in the smaller alts there, but I don't know, interesting. For me, I'm more focused on the ones that we are familiar with, right? I love getting into the small caps. I just don't know if, and I started the week out with this, or ended the week last week with it. And, you asked me like, hey, are you looking at Dash? And I kind of dismissed it, and here we are with the big rally off of Dash. Myself personally, I would rather go with some smaller plays that are in privacy, but are still large enough that they're not too speculative, right? I think Zen from Horizon is a play here. If you look at their chart here on the 1 year, you can see that they were at $20 a year ago. During the Zcash run, it got up to $20, and this is one that we've seen a big move. I mean, look here on the week, we were at $8, $9 for this, and it's up 33%. This is on the last couple days. So this thing is moving. It's small enough in a market cap, number 160 on the market cap list. It's a $200 million market cap. Can this get to $350 million market cap? I think so. I think that this is a solid play. It has the liquidity. It's on Binance. It's on Coinbase. It's on OKX. You can trade it on Aerodrome. It kind of checks all the boxes. Horizon had the vibe of Dash when Zcash ran. If that makes sense, right? Because Dash was way outside the top 100. and it was right around like 180 on market cap list, and then it quickly climbed up to the top 100, fell out of the top 100. Similar performance out of this. You can see that even without the privacy narrative, if you just dismiss privacy, you say, hey, the Zcash thing was a fluke, whatever. Look back. It was at $31 back in January of last year, a year ago. Nothing was running in privacy a year ago.
Yeah.
This one did. And once again, I'm going to circle back to the markets. I think this is very important because what's going to happen is people are going to see Monero around $1,000. You're going to see Dash rallying. The narrative is going to continue. I don't doubt it for a second. So what you're going to see, privacy is going to keep being something that is spammed on X and on social media, and that all the other channels are going to talk about privacy. Horizon, I think, will rally. ZEN, it has the liquidity in the markets. Once again, Binance, Coinbase, OKX. It has everything you need, man. It's in the narrative that's rallying. It's outside the top 100. It has a good all-time high previously. I don't see any reason. The only reason this thing wouldn't rally, the only reason would be if Monero, Dash, and Zcash all reverse and privacy just kind of fades.
Yeah.
That scenario, yeah. If that doesn't happen and what we're seeing continues, this one I think is going to be your strongest play. So for me personally, you're not going to get the upside of something outside the top 200 with this, but you're also not going to get the liquidity in markets that you get out of the top 200 in something like this. Also, don't discount Dash. As mentioned before, I think you're going to get a similar play that we saw out of the Zcash run. Got to $120. It's pretty solid. That's a 50% move from where we're at now.
Big.
I think you can get an entry point at $75 on this, and then it's off to the races. So I think this, don't discount it. If you need to use a little leverage, okay. I think even a swing trade is easy money on this. You come in with 10 grand, buy now, or come in with 10 grand, you buy it at $75. I think if you turn around and sell it at 120, yeah, you know what? You're right there at 5,000 in profit, you know.
Not too shabby, huh?
Yeah. And then also want to keep an eye on R. Only problem is this doesn't have.
No, hold on.
R.
Thank you. So you're gonna say it right.
Only problem with this one. This is trending. It's kind of memey as far as the name. It's been around for a while. Like you can see here on the all-time chart, you know, it was at $10. So, the problem with this one, it has no markets, right? It has Gate and Mexi. That's it. So the size of the market cap, it's almost at it's at 127 million. I just think risk versus reward, I'd punt on it, but it's a small cap. It's kind of trendy. Could this outperform both Horizon and Dash? Possibly, yeah. I could see that scenario. I just wouldn't put my money behind it because of the lack of liquidity in markets. But I think bigger picture is the signaling that privacy is going to rally, right? Pirate Chain, Dash, Horizon, privacy is front and center. Horizon, dude. I'm all in on it.
All right, that's all we got for the show today. We want to thank you very much. If you stay tuned, you'll be redirected to the trading show. Me and Brendan are going to break down some trades. I'm in another one. Don't show it. We'll share it. We'll share it on the trading show. Stick around. Gina, roll the outro. Thank you. We'll see you in 10. Bye.
Sin City Crypto. Cash is Cuvée. Yeah. Sin City Crypto. Everybody know we here for. Entertainment and info, gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in, for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David, I spit the game, but they gave it. Name the coin, it's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners, special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.